Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of these two designs. So this one is done in a fancier style where I tried to make the words Doctor and Jones really nicely fill up this circular design. And then this one is done in a more standard linear design where I wanted to make a longer quote look, comparably fancy to the much shorter design here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to how these designs say what they say. So, first things first, I want to talk about these three different sections. So we have this regular English section, and then we have this section here. This is done in the unraveled variation of the script. So this is the word I, this is the word spent a lot of time thinking. I was second best, but you know what? I am good. And then this is Dr. Jones. And then we have to go from here to here. So, this has all the same elements that make the script as this. This just is, my artistic flair added to it when I wrap them up in a circle. So we're going to go over here really quick and talk about these different letters and how we go from here to here. So an I is a vowel. Vowels are these little circles, and an I has a line going inwards towards the middle of the word circle. So we have here an I. There's the I there. And then down here we have our word circle with an I on it, with a line going towards the middle. Then for this next word, spent, we have this shallow divot. This shallow divot here, which is this shallow divot here. And there's 3 lines. 1, 2, 3 lines on the S, which is 3 lines here, because there's 3 lines in this column. And here on this shallow divot we have 1, 2, 3 lines. Then we have a PE together. So this PE has 1 and 2 lines, and then the E's inside it. So you can put vowels inside consonants, and this E's that red one, and it's centered right in the middle. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on the NT. So S-P-E-N-T. Then we have the word which is just this word circle with the one little vowel on it, so it's a lot like these guys. It's tricky to tell whether or not this is an E or an A on this circle or this circle, and because that's ambiguous, it makes more sense for it to be its own sentence circle. So that is the word And then we have L with 3 dots. 1, 2, 3 dots because it's in the 3-dot column. And then we have an O inside the word circle. And then we have a T, shallow divot with no modifiers. So shallow divot, no modifiers column means there's no dots or lines, which are the kinds of modifiers. And then we have this thing. This is a bit tricky because here we have one word kind of holding another word, and this first word is the word of. We have our little guy, our O right here, this O. And then we have this deep divot, this omega shape, and there's 1, 2, 3 lines. These two making the circle in this straight line. And then we have time. T is a shallow divot. The I is right here, it's going inwards. The M has 1, 2, 3 lines, 1, 2, 3 lines on the M, and then the E. I just didn't put the T inside the I or the E inside the M for that one. So this is our first chunk of the sentence. I spent a lot of time. And then we have this. This is a kind of complicated circle because we have a couple words going around what I thought were the more important words. So this has thinking I was second best. And this was to help kind of shorten the sentence into something a little bit more manageable, to not make it incredibly long, but probably more what you were thinking as far as the classic, what you saw on the cot. But anyway, here we have our little start marker. So this is because I changed sentence structure. Instead of being linear, I switched it to being circular with the linear in here, and then it goes back to being linear. So anyway, we have the start marker, so like that. And then we have a TH, which is on the line of our word circle. So this. And then we have an I, line going inwards, and then the N here with 1 line on it. And then we have a K with 2 dots, and then the I with a line going inwards. And then an NG is a circle on the line of the word circle with 1, 2, 3 dots. Then we have the word I, which this is basically the same thing because this is pretty much unraveled just like this is unraveled. And then we have was, 1, 2 lines on the W, the A outside the circle, and then the S. And then we have second. S has 1, here's the S, shallow divot, 1, 2, 3 lines on the S, the E on the line of the word circle. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on the C, these 4. And then the O is inside the word circle. And we have the O right here, like a bead on a string. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. makes the ND, because an ND can be done as one letter. So that would be second, second, and then we have best. B is a deep divot with the E in the middle of it. Here's an S, and here's the T. And then we have this. We have a period between the second best sentence period. B, line going outwards, U, T. This is a Y with 2 dots on it, 1, 2. O inside the word circle, and U. So this O here could be not enclosed like that. So this is a Y by itself. Here's the O inside the word circle, and then the U has a line going outwards. So, but U, and then we have this word starting at the bottom, 2 dots on the K. And then we have the N with 1 line on it. So these lines that pass through the K in the end, they do not count, because lines only count when they end on the letter. Then we have the O, and then we have a W with 1 and 2 line modifiers. And then we have what. This WH is 1 letter. It's got a single dot, the A outside the word circle, and then this T is a shallow divot. And a question mark is 2 dots in the sentence circle. And because these dots aren't close to any letter stems, but they are close to the sentence circle, it makes them look like they are indeed punctuation. And 2 dots is a question mark, punctuation mark. So, but you know what? Question mark. I, again, single guy, line going inwards. A, M, 1, 2, 3 lines on the M. G has 1 line. Then we have 1 O. Oh, this is a good example of showing what the O's look like by themselves and then attached. So G, O, O, and then a D has 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. And then here's the period at the end of the sentence. So just to kind of show you that, yes, this does indeed say the stuff, we're going to change that font, and that is good. That is what good looks like. So yeah, that's this design. Now let's go into Dr. Jones. So obviously this has a lot more difference in line thickness. That's how I kind of play with fancifying things. Plus I add a couple extra sentence circles going around our words and do what I can to sort of expand the design. It's just a stylistic thing. Anyway, here's the bottom of our circle, and you read it going counterclockwise, like a time traveler going back in time. And Doctor starts with this deep divot shape, 1, 2, 3 dots on it. And then we have these 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, and this is just a big ol' R. And then we have period before Jones, starting at the bottom, a J with the O attached, so J-O doesn't want to attach in the font, J-O, and then the N with 1 line, E, and then this S with 1, 2, 3 lines. And then you can have these extra divots on our sentence circle, and they don't affect the translation or anything, they're just there, they hang out. So yeah, that would be Dr. Jones, and yeah, that's this full design. I hope you like it. Thanks, bye.